Hi Virgo, welcome to your end of May 2022 tarot update. It's Rena here. Gosh, I keep getting so many swords. Sometimes that's drum and there's another sword even though it's a justice. Libra. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Ace of Pentacles. See the portal. Walking through the portal of new beginnings as they pertain to work, for instance. And guess what? At the end of May, you have a new moon in Gemini, and that is your 10th house of career. So maybe that's exactly what this is about. This is happening during a Mercury retrograde in Gemini, so all of these things are a done deal, I would say, if you've gotten a job offer or something like that, but don't be surprised if they put off the starting date because of the Mercury retrograde. They might not say, hey, we're postponing you coming in for the first time because of Mercury retrograde, but it just happens, it shakes out that way. This can be a windfall of money that changes your life, that allows you to step out in a completely different way. This could be a new relationship with someone who has a chance of being a stable relationship. And speaking of the opposite of stable, in the past position we have the Knight of Swords. This can sometimes be a lawyer, and I think of divorce. So new beginnings after that situation, but this might be somebody that you have dealt with in the past, maybe a Gemini person actually. I could see this person being a Gemini, and they're very sharp-tongued and not necessarily commitment friendly. And maybe that relationship didn't feel stable enough to you because Knight of Swords isn't the most stable person in the world. And that was what you were looking for. Might have been exciting for a while, but then it got old real fast. And this can also be about you finding your voice and speaking out more, so that you're not going to be a pushover. You're not going to allow somebody to take advantage of you or to... What's the other thing? With Virgo, it's not just about being taken advantage of. I think it's of being not underestimated. What's that thing? Being taken for granted. That's what I was looking for. Taken for granted. Virgos are indispensable, unassuming, but that unassuming quality can sometimes give people the idea that it's going to be like that forever, and they don't have to acknowledge it. They don't have to show you that they're grateful that you are so helpful for them accomplishing their goals. And this also applies to the workplace. So you may have sought new employment or started your own business because you were tired of being taken for granted. The higher message is the Three of Swords. This can be a card of feeling unwanted, feeling rejected. And this is one of those things that you have to really not buy into, not take in at a deep level. Virgo, that somehow somebody else's neglect is a reflection on you. If somebody if, let's say, you've gotten divorced and somebody didn't seem to appreciate you, they will. I guarantee you, one day they will wake up and realize that you were a great person. Now, sometimes two people are meant to be together, and if you wanted to be together and somebody else didn't, then definitely hope that they are happy and leave it at that. Don't turn it into something that it's not. Don't turn it into a referendum against you in any way, and have all of those accompanying emotions that feel very that feel like you're blaming yourself for something that may have nothing to do with it whatsoever. Don't have this narrative that is against yourself. What crosses you is the Justice card. And so, it's interesting because this card is connected to Libra, and you, Sun in Virgo people, can have inner planets in Libra, like, for instance, Mercury or Venus or Mars, and you may feel this sense of, or even, just in general, you might have the moon in Libra, and you might feel this sense of injustice that, it's not fair. I was so good to them, talking about this company, and how could they do me like this? How come I didn't get the promotion? Or why didn't they treat me better? Or a relationship, it's unfair. I was so attentive to their needs and they completely took me for granted. The sense of justice, she's holding the scales of justice, which mean balance. Balance is something that you can determine when you are involved in any type of relationship. You can see about the energy that you're putting into something and what you're getting back from it. And so that is your responsibility ultimately. When you feel like you're in a relationship with someone and there's not a fairly equal energy exchange and you stay there, it's on you. And that's the bottom line. Energy doesn't have to be expressed in the same way. Some person may take the other person out to dinner all the time because they happen to have more money. But if that other person really cares for their partner, then they're going to be showing their thanks for this person doing that for them. They're going to be kind to that person, attentive, wanting to be around them. There's going to be that sense that both people are feeling that fulfillment. And so realizing that and not getting caught up in any kind of injustice that might have been there. There might have been something that was unfair, but you have to let it go because it can eat you alive if you're not careful. What's coming in is the King of Pentacles. This is a very good money card. This is a very good card for mastering your finances at the highest level and being very sovereign in your finances. So again, with the Ace of Pentacles, there's something very good monetarily for you, Virgo, and maybe it has come from that kind of more challenging energy that has produced something that is much more harmonious for you. And by the way, the King of Pentacles can be a mature man who is an earth sign. So we're talking about Virgo, fellow Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And actually, the outcome card is associated with Taurus, the Hierophant. So maybe we've narrowed it down. But the Hierophant, this could be a marriage. This person might be a keeper and you might end up marrying them. This is also a card of God. You have these pentacles, which are connected with the material side of life, And this is connected to the spiritual side of life. So balance, once again. If you have the means to not have to worry about money, then you can take care of the spiritual, and then you're going to feel that sense of being in alignment in both areas. Okay, that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.